Greetings, everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to use the practical 3D anatomy lab. It's quite simple. Once you're logging into your course, you have an interactive menu where you can access directly to the different units and topics. So, for example, if you access to the first 3D practical anatomy lab, which will be, for example, the human skeleton, you will have a little bit of text instructions on the different tools, but you will have right away the access to the 3D model. And the first thing we recommend is to open this widget here and go to a full screen mode, so you have a better view, a better perspective of the 3D model. It takes a while to load, but normally it's quite fast. And once you get there, just click. If you're using a desktop, you can use your mouse and click into the different structures, and it will give you right away the names of the different bones. In this case, for example, this tool here is to pan the model left to right, up and down. If you disable it, it will orbit or rotate the model in this manner, or in this manner. That depends on your convenience. You can, of course, zoom in and zoom out with the buttons of the widget, but if you're using the mouse, you can use the wheel, the middle wheel, and it will automatically allow you to zoom in and zoom out without the need to use the widget. If you're using a tablet, you can just use your fingers, the tips of your fingers, and expand them or make them closer in order to zoom out. And you can rotate with the tip of the finger using a tablet or a phone as well in a similar way. There are other tools here, like for example, this is a very interesting tool. It's the dissection tool, that once you select it, you can just take away the different bones if you have interest in doing so. If you want to put them back, you just press Ctrl Z times you want until all the parts are back in its place. In the 3D practical anatomy lab of the vertebral column, you will access to these instructions, and will give you different concepts about the vertebra of the different regions of the vertebral column. Same way, recommend you to open the widget and go to full screen mode. It will load the column. Use the wheel to zoom in, and again, you can pan or rotate the model as you want. In this case, you don't have any widget for dissection because we haven't considered that you actually need it for here. We just wanted to have an overall look of the different regions of the vertebral column. You can of course select them and and see which one is which, basically it's the functions of the tools that we have allowed for in the case of the vertebral column. However, if when you reach to study the human skull, we will give you another practical anatomy lab. In this case, again, we'll go to the full screen mode. It will load the model, and in this case we have placed also the names of the different structures, so you can find, in order to study, in this case the purpose is to study the anterior and the lateral view of the skull. You have all the tools again here. Dissection is enabled because just for your practice, you can again use either Ctrl X, then remove the bone you want, Ctrl Z to put it back, and so forth. All right, you can use that with the keyboard, or you can use it with the mouse. Same case when you reach to the study the temporal infratemporal fossa. We have enabled this 3D model. Again, we'll also recommend you to go to a full screen mode. It will load the model again fully, because in this case, you just click to interact. In this case, we have placed the vascular system, and the nervous system, as well as part of the muscles, so you can figure out much more in an easier way the temporal fossa and the infratemporal fossa here. However, you will have also enabled the dissecting tool, or again Control X, click on the area and remove, Control Z to put the structure back to space, and you have enable the object tree or anatomy tree, where you can disable the different structures, like in this case the nervous system, the cardiovascular, the lymphatic, and the muscular, and you will only see the clear direct view of the temporal and the infratemporal fossa completely clear. However, the purpose is to know what structures are in these spaces, in these fossas. So it's interesting that the reason that we have enabled all these systems is for you to know exactly what are the structures in each of these spaces. The rest of the practical anatomy labs are all the same. They don't have any differences, except that there is some tools which are enabled and others don't, according to the requirements of that practice. But most of them, you will find basically the same functions that we are just showing you here in this video. You can access directly to the menu over here as well, and that's it. It's quite straightforward. So we really hope you enjoy this practical 3D anatomy lab.